The following contest scheduled for one fall.
Oh, they're showing highlights. Damn, what's going on? I seen a power ranking posted today. I don't agree with it.
Brilliant ring awareness. He can't get disqualified. Oh, big first on the TNA World title. Trick shot. That time under the jaw. Oh, my God.
But you might agree with it.
World Champion Trick Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Impact. All of us here in TNA Wrestling are still reeling from the events of this past weekend at WWE Battleground.
Look, we always talk about anything can happen here. But the reality of that
Well,
is
thank you for joining me.
truly sitting here.
It looked like someone died. I was like, did I miss something? I like how they put Trick on the intro video. Gotta find Coquino because Coquino could be one of my big guys.
A landscape-shifting moment in the history of TNA Wrestling. Tonight, it's the fallout from the CAA Center in the Greater Toronto area. This is TNA Impact.
Oh, okay, it's the Rascals.
Following is a four-way tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the 419, Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, the Rascals.
On a night where we are scheduled to hear from the new TNA World Champion, NXT's Trick Williams, we first kick things off with a #1 contenders match for the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Nemesis, against all odds. Now the Rascals came up short and under siege, but they're riding high tonight into Brampton, Ontario, Canada. They have a win over the Northern Armory, a victory at Rebellion, and at Sacrifice. Graylo, it's all about representing TNA as champions.
They have an opportunity to do just that tonight, but they are going to have stiff competition from around the tag team scene here in TNA.
Next, the team of KC Navarro and AJ Francis.
Okay, did not expect this.
Now, I was at Under Siege this past weekend. We were supposed to see AJ Francis go one-on-one with Mike Santana. However, AJ Francis feigned a turf toe injury and ducked the smoke. KC Navarro went one-on-one with Mike Santana. Hell of a matchup to open up Under Siege. However, the realist Mike Santana got the victory.
Might just be me and you.
AJ Francis as a thespian myself, the performance of a lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Mike Santana, still to come this evening, we'll touch on his visit to NXT this past Tuesday night. His TNA World Title shot. Yes, is coming Tuesday against Trick Williams live on NXT. But right now, I want to show you something that took place earlier on today that has implications towards this tag team match. No one in this system.
Everybody get low, get the sauce. Representing the Aztec Warriors, Laredo.
That was Octagon Jr., who was taken out by the system earlier on today. So we understand Octagon Jr. is not medically clear to compete. Laredo has elected to compete on his own in this four-way tag team matchup. Now, this becomes a bittersweet week for Laredo. Appearing on NXT this past Tuesday night, he will compete at WWE Worlds Collide on June 7th to compete for the NXT North American Championship. But can he land a tag team title shot here at TNA all by himself? The system.
And accompanied to the ring by Alicia Edwards, representing the system, the team of Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards.
Now, the last time Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers held the TNA World Tag Team titles, it was capping off the triple main event of this past Bound for Glory in October. It's been a rocky road for the system ever since then. I think I understand why they went after Octagon Jr. because the Aztec Warriors have reasonably been on a roll in tag team action as of late. They beat the Great Hands, they beat the Northern Armories, Judas Sickers and Travis Williams. They wanted a six-man tag team match against First Class and Frankie Kazarian alongside Chavo Guerrero Jr. not long ago in El Paso, Texas.
Hard to deny that, but Laredo, as a result of all of this drama here, he's going to have to go this alone for his team. I don't know how he's going to do that in this chaotic four-way tag team matchup.
Laredo immediately wanted to get his hands on the system.
Of course.
Edwards and Myers backed away, so it'll be Laredo to start this off against Trey Miguel. You hear the chance of where's your partner? Listen, here's the situation. Only two teams can be legal at a time. You tag in anybody that you see available to you. So if you're in a desperation mode, you tag out. Perhaps you can see Trey Miguel tag in AJ Francis or Laredo tag in Eddie Edwards, for crying out loud. That could happen. First team to get pinfall submission in the ring will go on to, against all odds, 1 week away from tomorrow to challenge the Nemesis for the TNA World Tag Team titles.
The point you just made, Tom. Trey and Laredo doing some incredible things, but AJ Francis tagged himself in off of Laredo. And is now hit legal with Trey Miguel.
That's the dangerous part of this matchup, and especially for Laredo. He doesn't have a heart.
So is this for a title shot?
He does have that
I'm not talking to
ability tag
myself.
himself in and out, but then you have to take advantage of the moment. You know better than I.
I don't mind them.
And he doesn't have a representative in this.
Very, yeah, I'm on YouTube right now. I wasn't sure. I wanted to make some people know. Because I know Coquina might not
The
know.
Rascals are not on their own right
So
now.
I'm on YouTube right now.
Big Vanessa Chris Bay there by the Rascals, the ABC.
I'm on my phone.
TNA World Tag Team Champions. The Rascals would love to get back into tag team title contention. Right to the face there by Laredo. Finally getting his hands on the system.
A little bit of taste of retribution for the actions earlier tonight.
And Laredo looking strong, looking motivated here in this four-way tag team #1 contenders match.
And Alicia Edwards.
I guess I could leave it up for now, just to get people to come over.
There's no disqualification, so what the hell?
I'm live on my phone on Twitch just to make sure people know where I'm at. if that makes any sense.
Wait, look out. Laredo's not done.
Over the top, Laredo takes out the system. Laredo might secure a TNA World Tag Team title shot and against some odds for himself in Octagon on his own. And now Francis over the top.
Look out.
What's up, Barry?
Navarro goes out to meet him. Nice catch.
Great work. Great teamwork. But look
You guys
out.
should change all your YouTube names to your Twitch
Who
names.
will become the #1 contenders to the TNA World Tag Team titles?
I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick the Rascals. Dan, you should too. You should switch your YouTube name to No, you guys really want to screw me up? Barry should be changed to the Lions fan. And then Dan should be Barry Monkey. Just screw everyone up. Jody, thank you. I'm over here on YouTube right now, but thank you for the sub. You didn't have to do that. I'm just trying to make sure people who follow me on YouTube or on Twitch know that I'm over here. I think you said you subbed to me on YouTube. I can't remember. But if you guys hit the bell, you'll know when I'm live. But I don't know if Coquina knows. That's why I wanted to go live over here tonight, too. It's because I know Coquina used to come in. And see, I don't like the live Twitch thing like this because it's just a blank camera with some comments that pop up once in a while. Over here, I got an entire chat room. The same as this one. It's the exact same. Diamond Dave Show. I think. Double check. Is that what the name of this is? I'm pretty sure. I'm about 90% sure. I just don't want Coquina, if he comes in, to think I just disappeared.
As if they are like brothers. They are like family, but there was only one true brother tag team at the top of TNA right now. That's the difference.
That makes me sick.
The truth often does, Hannibal. As Laredo making some space, mounting some offense, but he is all alone.
I've done really well, so thank you guys with the subs. I got over 17 subs now. More subs on here than on Twitch. Steven, I'm over here on YouTube. If you're on my YouTube or not. I wanted to make sure the Impact people knew that I was over here. I didn't just desert them. So I was going live on here on my phone just to tell everyone that I'm here.
Beautiful 2-on-1 scenario.
So I don't know if you are on my Twitch or my YouTube or not.
competition in the tag team.
Because I don't know if Coquina's knows about it or not.
Tag team champions. Tag
And he's been one of my loyal Impact watchers with me.
And First Class has full control of Laredo here. All to themselves, keeping them in their corner, which is also smart. There's not much real estate to work with where you're not within the reach of another team. So good job of Francis and Navarro.
We got 3 viewers, so that must mean Jody made it.
Isolate Laredo, you eliminate an entire
Maybe
team
not.
from this equation. Unfortunately, it's one man.
Yeah, there she is.
Laredo.
I know you had to subscribe again.
Oh, and now the big 330-pounder doing what he does best.
Thank you. I appreciate all the support.
Who will become the number one?
And here, a lot of people seem to enjoy it a little bit better. I can't do no background at the moment, but there's no ads.
Live on TNA Plus and the greater Phoenix area. Little Tennessee whiskey and a tag made by Casey Navarro to win the number one contendership in a kick out.
So the system had their eyes on that. One fall to a finish in this 4-way matchup.
The 4-way tag team matchup. Only 2 teams can be represented.
And Tony would really love
You can tag in and out anywhere.
these guys because they're color coordinated like crazy.
Here's the cover, and Laredo is still in it.
I appreciate it.
Laredo fighting valiantly on its own.
It's the same name as this channel, correct, Jody? Diamond Dave Show. Or punch in probably TNA Impact Watch Along. I'll probably be the only one doing it.
Francis is furious with KC for not tagging him in. Some dissensions in the ranks of First Class here. Oh, wait, take it, poke it down.
That's an old school move.
Can you do that? Can you pick your own partner?
That is definitely not how this works. For the record, you cannot pin your own partner in this type of matchup. Credit to our referee, Paige Principali, for not even acknowledging the pinfall. And now Zachary Wentz flying up with Eddie Edwards. I believe Wentz and Edwards are legal now. Thanks to AJ Francis, this entire...
I'm going to have to make everyone in here a mod.
Tried to pull the wool over everyone's eyes to no avail. And this one,
Up is down, left is right in TNA Wrestling.
hey, what shot the titles are on the leg.
Running shooting star. Oh, numerous Francis.
He went up and then he went down. Crushing Zachary Wentz.
And now Laredo somehow continues to push through in this match. Off of the top line, that's caught by AJ Francis.
Will be looking to make a down payment. No.
Open pop strike by Laredo. His partner, Octagon Jr., taken out earlier on tonight before Impact came on the air. By the system, Laredo.
Yeah, he said put, or she said, I don't know if you're here, Steven, put my name in there, yeah.
Almost won it all on his own. Unreal
I want to make sure if I mod people, they want to be modded.
Drop kick, there goes the system.
Miguel's not slowing down.
Taking out Myers and Edwards. Back inside the ring. Zachary Wentz, Casey Navarro, both men to the outside.
Everybody trying.
Dan, I think I'm going to mod you. If anyone else wants to be a mod, let me know.
Remember, Laredo and AJ Francis still legal.
That you can manage blocks, words, and change chat mode and live.
Literally.
I'll let you do both. Oh, you can only do one, okay.
He doesn't have a tag team partner. He's going it alone, and damn it, he might win the number one contendership all by himself.
Barry, Jody, can I mod you? How many mods can I have?
Made some words for him, though.
Oh my God! Hanging over the top, but
Yeah.
Miguel tagged himself in.
Oh, that's right. Francis doesn't know.
Francis isn't legal. Laredo's legal. Miguel's legal. The rest of the number one contenders.
Here are your winners, the Red
officially
Barry, I'm modding you. Don't get
will be facing
mad.
with your titles on the line at Against All Odds. How are you guys feeling about that?
We feel good like we
I don't
always
think
do.
she's a
Last
great
us, they did
interviewer,
a
but
hell of a job
whatever.
tonight. But they're not us.
They're not
No
us.
matter who it is, me and my big brother will be champions forever.
Yeah, it is, right? I know, it is.
Welcome.
I was just telling Barry and Dan they should take each other's Twitch
Well,
names.
speaking of champions, it rocked the wrestling world this past week. NXT
I told Barry he should be Dan the Lions fan and Dan should be Barry Monkey. People should come in here with opposite Twitch names of someone else. So is that what it's going to be? Is it a bloody match? I didn't know that. Or are you just saying bloody Cardona like he's a moron? So we get Raj, whatever his name is, Singh wrestling. Yeah, there you go. Y'all got powers. I don't know how many mods you can have. I don't see Coquina yet. Well, hopefully. You want ending this. So I'm going to subscribe. There. I subscribed back.
It's not you. Where were you? What do you mean, where was I? Who were you? Oh, where was I? Trying to help you, man. Oh, you been there, huh? I told you.
You can literally see the Nimitz brothers back there doing their interview.
AJ Francis ducked Mike Santana under siege. You didn't think there was going to be any sort of revenge there, any sort of follow-up? Come on. Speaking of underseeds, we were very privileged to have some guests at ringside. Two of the newest signings to the Knockouts division, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. Some of their matches on
I like their match.
right now on TNA Plus and on our YouTube channel. Right now, we want to take an in-depth look at Hudson and Grace.
I like this.
Hiya. My name is Harley Hudson.
My name is Myla Grace, and I am the first ever Irish male or female to sign with TNA. I started training back in 2000.
You know what I'll say?
And I've literally
Looking at
traveled
her,
all around the world.
I do not think that voice is coming out of her.
9 years ago. And those 9 beautiful years have been absolutely fabulous. But in 2023, I won Butcher.
There's no words to tell you how I feel, to be honest with you. It's just been like sweat since it's 13. I'm so happy.
At the start of last year, I set myself 2 goals. It was either get signed or go to Japan. Within the first couple of months of that year, I had both. As much as I was dying to come to TNA, I knew I had to go to Japan. I had to go to Japan to be the best version of me so that when I came to TNA,
Also, she wrestled for Rossi's
to
promotion.
take over.
And I wrestled as much as I can, wherever I could.
I almost thought that was
Often
Becky
6
Lynch in that
nights
photo.
a
Maybe
week,
not.
Perfecting a style of British wrestler that they just don't make anymore. And I noticed that there was nobody that looked like me, that spoke like me, that walked like me. But then I realised that maybe, just maybe, that is my secret weapon.
Now, I don't know much about Harley Hudson. I've seen Myla Grace a few places. I think I've seen her in AEW before.
Exactly how much of a pink princess that I am.
I spent 8 long months in Japan at the other side of the world. I left my home, my family, my friends, my dog, my fiance. I trained every single day, traveling up and down the country. I got a call a few minutes before I was going through that turn that my grandfather passed away.
Oh, wow.
And as hard as that was, I literally wiped my eyes and I went out there. And as hard as that was, I literally wiped the tears from my eyes, put a smile on my face, and I went out to that person. And through everything, as hard as it was, I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. I stayed in Japan when I could have got a flight home. Because I knew that that's what he would have wanted. And I know that he would have wanted to see me live my dream.
And fast forward all the way to California. And we make our debut. We got to wrestle each other. And how amazing of an experience that was.
I didn't know they had a time
There
limit.
wasn't a winner, there wasn't a loser, we did draw. And when we heard the reception that we got, that people liked us,
No.
who we are as wrestlers, as women,
And she doesn't,
that was
I mean,
absolutely amazing.
maybe it's not a thing, but she looks like she would sound like a Tiffany or a Mariah, maybe not Mariah May, but, you know, she looks American, actually.
They were cheering for us. They wanted to see more. And that's when we realized that it's something special and everything else.
You know, where we're from is the only thing that we've got in common. We realise that. And hear them shout, let them fight. Maybe it made me think, I don't need to fight there, but we need to fight for the people who they're offspring.
So now they're making them a tag team.
Everybody knows that the TNA Knockouts division is the best women's wrestling in the world. Our eyes, so many women.
Santino! Do you see Santino? Do you see him? I have the elegant friend release coming up.
Zaya's right there.
Where is he?
What are you doing? He isn't here. Okay, Santino is not here.
Ah!
Isn't he wrestling tonight?
Post that.
That was weird. They had the music going, all of a sudden he breaks in.
You think the personal concierge would have better things to do than interrupt up Harley Hudson and Nyla Grace consider
That was kind of funny.
brand product reveals later on.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Brampton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, Raj Singh.
Now this is still Canada, right? Yeah. Because that show last weekend was in Canada. And then next Friday will be in Arizona.
Quarter 4, the underway victorious.
I've seen stuff going around where they might become a tag team.
Under siege right here in the greater Toronto area. You can relive it on demand on TNA Plus right now.
I think I've seen one of them post online, which should our tag team name be? You know, I apparently they only have a 10-minute time limit on Collision, on Explosion. I think they should do time limits on Impact weekly. I wish they'd bring back the old score box.
Representing Order 4, Mustafa Ali.
One thing that you must know there with our under siege is the fact that Mustafa Ali
And then where you had the top, this match is for 10 minutes or something like that.
Was trying to control the situation. Mustafa Ali shoved Tasha Steelz to the ground. I don't care who you are, that is completely out of line.
I do like the Ali shirt.
The moment, obviously, very high tension. PLE scenario, live from the world. Going over. Clearly, you're out here as a unit. That doesn't tell you everything you need to know. And Order 4 is fine.
Clearly, they appear to be that way. Off the bell. There's Mustafa Ali right after Raj Singh. And listen, Raj Singh, I can commend him attempting to get some payback on Mustafa Ali at Under Siege this past weekend, but he's walking into a
Oh, okay. Good for her.
No doubt about it. Look,
Yeah, you can hear the Irish and Miley.
Order 4, as they showed up here, they run deep, they run strong. Lord knows, Raj Singh's going to have eyes on every side of his head with these guys around.
To be honest, I think he's got worried about Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali's been absolutely unhinged as of late. It's been monstrous at times.
He's been more dangerous than ever, no doubt about that. Now there's a chance to punish Raj Singh here for having the audacity. As he take another look here at this kick from Mustafa Ali.
Is Robbie Saint still training people?
Now roll in for the neck breaker.
Johnny Saint, not Robbie
This has
Saint.
been all Ali since the opening bell.
I got Robbie Brookside confused.
Cover. Shoulders.
Is he still
Twisting
alive?
and Singh able to stay alive. Third part of last year, Campaign Singh was the campaign manager for Mustafa
I know he
Ali,
was the
especially during
GM.
his X Division Championship reign after Ali had lost the title last year at Slammiversary. Singh became expendable. Whoa! Trying to set up for a suplex there. Oh, bell clap. Ali avoids
Well, that's
the
cool.
offense by Singh. Tucks underneath. Oh, big clothesline by Singh.
That's a huge opening for Raj Singh, and you're not going to get a whole lot of them with Mustafa Ali. Time to take advantage here for Singh.
Big shots by Raj Singh. And this is the opportunity he's really wanted for quite some time. The chance to go one-on-one with Mustafa Ali.
And he sent his message home, his own message finally.
Runcorn Wrestling Academy train trainer. I never heard of that.
Right to the back of the neck.
Have you, Barry? Runcorn?
And the whole field advantage here for Raj Singh, but oh, what did I tell you? The loyalty of Order 4.
John Skyler trying to get involved. Oh, wait a minute. Tasha Steele protected Ali.
See, everything is just fine, Tom. Order 4 operating.
I can't believe that after Under Siege. And now the 450 by Ali. Forward in the
Okay.
face. Ali just too soon.
Here's your winner, Mr.
Ali
Ali.
didn't even bother to take his shirt off and in come with their great hands. Ali sicking it. Skyler and Haas on scene.
That's right. The boys doing work. Really sending the message home.
Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing?
I didn't know she was in her like 31.
Another what a great hands. What was that outburst?
Tension's clearly boiling over here with Mustafa Ali and Order 4.
I gotta be honest with you. I have been feeling horrible.
She's currently fighting a
last
Marigold.
week,
Marigold.
I feel like I let you down. I feel like I let myself down. I
You
don't
see,
know.
Gil Kim said when someone
I don't know
asked
what to
her
do.
who should be pushed that's not being pushed, Jason was one of
The
them.
entire world. You went toe to toe. You did good. I'm proud of you. Everybody's proud of you. You stood up for yourself. She's a bully and you stood up for yourself. But it wasn't easy for me to sit backstage and I couldn't do nothing. I just had to watch my little baby grow up.
This is the first time they acknowledge that they're related on the show.
But tonight we're gonna have something historic. We're gonna go out there together. We're gonna be on the same team.
Yeah.
Robbie
We're gonna try
E
our best. We're gonna
is
teach
returning
this
to the ring.
son of a gun to listen.
Hey, that reminds me. I did something special for you. I contacted the board and I got us a very special ref. I think you're gonna be excited.
What? Son of a gun, Jimmy Corderas.
Hey, oh, Jimmy Corderas.
Good to see you. Long time no see. Oh my God. You're the referee for a match?
I'm gonna referee.
Wow, he's refereeing. I didn't know that.
Everything is on the up.
Yeah. Can you cheat for us?
Right down the middle. I'll see you guys out there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice surprise. I love you. Okay, I'm gonna look at it.
Right now, it's time for the TNA injury report.
More Ace
presented
Austin
by
updates?
BioFlex, the exclusive recovery partner of TNA Wrestling. After her matchup against Mariana Grace at Under Siege, Tessa Blanchard did pass concussion protocol. However, she was diagnosed with TMJ. Tessa is still scheduled to compete later tonight, but her medical clearance is yet to be determined.
I'm not going to say what I'm
Octagon
thinking.
Jr. is recovering from a brutal backstage attack that we saw earlier, perpetrated by the system. While the extent of his injuries has not been fully disclosed, Octagon's condition is being closely monitored. His return to in-ring competition remains TBD, pending further evaluation. Earlier this week, the TNA International Champion, Bulletproof Steve
I like
Maclin,
that they do an
was
injury report. I like
tonight
it.
after being sidelined with a minor skull fracture sustained during his historic and violent dog collar match against Eric Young several weeks ago. Maclin resumed full contact training and will defend his title tonight. Well, still to come on Impact for the first time in TNA history. Father
I don't
and
know. I guess
daughter
it's small.
team up. It's Santina Marella and
A
Ariana
small
Grace
fracture?
against
Not a-
Robert Stone
At least it's
and
not a
Tessa
major
Blanchard.
skull
Also,
fracture.
we'll hear from NXT's Trick Williams for the first time.
No, they have to do that like
World
backstage.
Champion. Also, speaking of champions, a true TNA champion.
That's the match I'm looking forward to.
And his international
My new favorite
title
title.
against Matt Cardona in our main event. But coming up next, can Lane Lee prove to Robert Stone that she should get the Knockouts World title shot against Masha Slamovich? One half of the Knockouts tag champs, asked by Elegance, stands in her way. This match is next.
Hey, next weekend we could possibly see some new people show up if they need them. How they could even show up on Dynamite next week in a 4-hour freaking hell show, whatever you want to call that. Could you imagine if we had to watch SmackDown from like 8 to 12? Jeez. Yeah, I know, because you guys over in the UK or other countries, wherever people are watching from, I mean, it's already late, let alone they want to put on a 4-hour show. It's like a damn pay-per-view. Yeah, what is that, like a 5-hour difference? Was it like 1 a.m. when Dynamite starts already? Are you still on the time difference? Where the schedule doesn't go back or whatever yet. Or the time.
Still to come tonight, we are scheduled to hear from the brand new.
So I think what they're probably going to do
NXT's Rick Williams. Right now, let's get back to the Impact Zone for action.
is do an interview backstage. And you could do like show a fake faux locker room. Like he's saying he's at TNA, but it's a locker room. You could do something like that.
The Elegance brand release later tonight, but no threat, because about to make her way to the ring is one half of the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the gorgeous, the beautiful Miss Ash by Elegance.
The queen of this team, standing tall but standing on her own legs valiantly. How courageous is that of Ash by Elegance? And we're getting a watch later. There's something big. I haven't heard of this.
This match weekend Under Siege, which you can relive now at any time on demand on TNA Plus. We saw Ash and Heather defend their TNA World Tag Team Championships in a match by Elegance. No countouts, no disqualifications against Spitfire. In the midst of that matchup, it was Maggie Lee who's undergoing a makeover with the Elegance brand, assisting Ash and Heather in their defense of the tag titles.
Honestly, I wish they would have went back to the blue ropes. I kind of like those. Does SmackDown use blue ropes? I don't even remember.
And her opponent from Tall Team Canada, Lady Lee.
Also this past weekend at Thunder Siege, it was Masha Slamovich who defended her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Victoria Crawford. After the fact, Masha Slamovich
No, they use white ropes, actually, I believe.
challenge for Lady Lee to step up.
Yeah, this is the Wyatt 6. They use white ropes. TNA should really go back to blue ropes.
Standing champions.
Well, we know Lady Lee to be the fighter that she is. Masha Slamovich has kept a close
'Cause I think they work a lot better than the red.
has been impressed by Lee. And to your point, though, rare as it is, it's kind of refreshing to see. So this is the opportunity. Great center bestowed by the sheriff himself, Robert Snow.
To that point, Slamovich wanted to defend the title against Lee that same night, back to back, at Thunder Siege. However, Robert Stone would not allow it, saying that Lady Lee has to earn a title shot. So this is a de facto #1 contenders match. I would imagine Robert Stone would grant Ashley Elegance a Knockouts World title shot if she were to win this. The irony in this entire situation is I've said many, many times is that Victoria Crawford did nothing to earn a title shot in this company, yet she got it thanks to Robert Stone. Right now, Ashley Elegance, I think, is losing her mind.
Who knows? She's intimidating her opponent. Like mind games.
Whoa,
Easy, easy. We know what kind of a talented striker Lady Lee is, of course. If you haven't seen it, just this past May 17th, she made her combat sports debut. Of course, she trains at the well-known Jungle MMA in Orlando, and she actually won her debut. That is no easy feat in the world of mixed martial arts.
So Ash might want to be careful.
I will agree.
Taunting maybe the most lethal striker in TNA wrestling.
Yes.
Sounds like a terrible idea. There's a cover. Shoulders down and a kick out here by Ash.
Watch out for those kicks. Watch out here.
Cover. Shoulders pressed down and a kick out.
But here's the thing, Tom. I'm going to spit some of your own words back at you. Wrestlers don't make matches, correct?
Correct.
So even the champion, Masha Slamovich, can't just come out and make a match live on TNA like that.
I understand your point, but the match didn't get made. But again, so Robert Stone, is he actually in charge, or is it really Santino Morello, the true director of authority? Maybe Santino would have planted that match at the moment. Good Lord. Speaking of Santino Morello, for the first time in TNA history, father and daughter will team up together. NXT's Ariana Grace and Santino Morello will face Tessa Blanchard and Robert Stone. Also, we will hear from the new TNA World Champion, Trick Williams, later on tonight in the wake of WWE Battleground, and in our main event, a true TNA champion, Steve Macklin, will defend his international title up against Matt Cardona in a first-time ever matchup. That is still to come. Cover, kick out.
Ash by Elegance almost spoiling the chances of Lady Lee looking for that Knockouts World title shot.
Ash by Elegance taking her time here. Ash is no stranger to the TNA Knockouts World Championship Picture Challenge. Jordan Grace for the title at Slammiversary last year. The first match by Elegance was between Grace and Ash once upon a time last year.
That's right.
Cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out. So that does mean there's the outside possibility if Ash were to win this, potentially become #1 contender, potentially a double champion.
Oh, we should be so lucky. Yes, I would have to imagine that Robert Stone, Sheriff Robert Stone, in his wisdom, even though this was made for the opportunity for Lady Lee, I mean, if Ash by Elegance spoils that, I think she deserves the chance more than anyone. Wait, look out.
Lee able to escape for just a moment. And trying to for the leg drop. Oh, that's a shame.
Back to tailbone's very serious, Tom. As now, though, refocusing on Lee here.
Lee, who defeated Rosemary one-on-one a few weeks ago, the only person to defeat Lane Lee one-on-one in this company, Tessa Blanchard back in Sacrifice. Oh, and a knee strike right to the face.
Talk about those dangerous strikes. Lee, oh my God, coming back to life here.
So that warrior spirit that Masha Slamovich has seen and wants to go up against.
Down along with Canada. And Lee fire away.
Off the exploder, here's the cover, hook to the leg, and a kick out from Ash.
Man, I really hope they end up signing some of these people.
Ash by Elegance is not only beautiful and perfect in almost every way, she's resilient. Way more than people give her credit for.
Now up onto the shoulders, laying Lee. What you thinking about here? Oh, wait a minute, shot right to the back of the knee by Ash.
Now,
Ooh, double knees, here's the cover, tight cover, and a kick out.
almost shut down the opportunity there for Lady Lee.
Oh my.
But I really hope they get some of these new signings. At least some. They need new people.
Like Ash by Elegance scoring, I guess.
Oh, this Laying Lee is asking for more.
Asking you shall receive, I suppose.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be for a while, Barry, because they got the three. Unless they can get out of their deal early. If she had a busted mouth, or that just lipstick. Yeah, I don't think it would be able to sign them until like the end of the summer. It was like 3 months, I believe.
Here's your winner, Lady Lee.
What a victory for Laying Lee, taking out one half of the standings. TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions and Ash by Elegance. Well, not standing anymore, but still. Laying Lee, I sincerely hope that she's proven herself, that she is worthy of a TNA Knockouts World title shot, just like Masha Slamovich was saying this past weekend at Under Siege.
So maybe this next weekend, her and Laylan Lee.
Your point is what Slamovich herself
I would love to see Cora Jade come here, but I think she's going to AEW.
to be tested by Lady Lee.
I would love to see Javier come in. I would love to see Riley Osborne,
215 days as the TNA Knockouts World Champion.
Shotzi,
Slamovich wants
Gigi.
more competition.
I'll see you out against all odds.
Yep, next Friday.
1 week from tomorrow, live on TNA Plus in the greater Phoenix area. Slamovich and Lee for the Knockouts World title and against all odds.
I mean, I'd rather see Cora Jade here than AEW.
Trick Williams is now your new TNA World Champion. And I gotta tell you, if you don't mind me saying, I got a problem with it.
But you know what, Dave? Failure builds character. You find out who you are when you lose.
Why does he have a problem
Yeah,
with
right,
it?
Bob.
Does he have a problem with everything in wrestling?
Well, still to come tonight, a genuine champion of TNA Wrestling, the international champion, Steve Macklin, defends his title against Matt Cardona in our main event. Also, father and daughter team up, Santina Morella and Ariana Grace look to take
I swear, he has a problem with everything.
Robert Stone and Tessa Blanchard. What coming up next? Finally, we will hear from NXT's Trick Williams, the brand new TNA World Champion.
And a big thank you guys. When I first started this, like a week ago, not even a week ago, but whatever it was. Yeah, it was about a week ago. Last Friday, I streamed, I think I streamed Against All Odds, a little bit of that. and I had like 4 followers. Now I have 7 followers, so subs. Now I have 17. So thank you. Yeah, but even if they can't and they're allowed to use her like this, I think it's good. But of course, Shotzi can't come in for another 3 months either. But a lot of the NXT people are free and clear as of next week.
This past Tuesday night live on the CW, Mike Santana went to NXT for the very first time, looking for Trick Williams. Now he was
Next Friday. Oh, Impact, I don't know.
These two put on a hell of a matchup. Remember, it was Mike Santana who was in attendance this past weekend at WWE Battleground and watched Joe Hendry lose the TNA World Championship. Santana would defeat Heights, and later in the evening, Trick Williams spoke for the first time as TNA World Champion.
I'm going to go to TNA. I'm going to wear this gold right here, nice and proud. Go ahead and take a look at it. Look good, don't it? You know who held this gold before? People like Kurt Angle. People like AJ Styles. But none of them can compare to Trick Williams. It is now Trick and A.
Trick and A.
You made a terrible first impression by coming out here as TNA's champion and trying to tear down TNA. And the last thing that I'm going to do is sit back
And this could be good for TNA. We'll see.
Watch you come out here and tear the place down. I'm going to be the one that's going to take the TNA world title from you.
I just wish they had a better network. Because then you would be able to really see the difference if they really did help in viewership.
Trick Williams defends the TNA World Title against Mike Santana this week on NXT.
Yeah, I'm feeling you fake backstage.
From the bottom of my heart, I really do mean it. I promise. I wish I could have been here tonight. But you have to understand, Trick Williams has standards. In order for me to show up to your city, I need a first-class ticket on the plane. I
I need a 5-star hotel and damn have room for my entourage. So as I looked it up, you wanted to give me coach. No 5-star hotels in sight. My entourage wasn't feeling it. But since I feel so bad, as your champion of TNA, that's right, your champion of TNA, I really do feel bad. And it's not about Joe Hendry no more. It's not about Elijah. It's not about Mike Santana. And speaking of Mike Santana, you better back up before you get jacked up. Get in my face again and see what happens to you. But like I said, TNA, it's time for a rebranding. TNA turned into Trigger. Let's talk about it. And I'm going to show up when and where I please to defend my title.
Probably against all odds.
And just in case there's still any Joe Hendry fans out there, just in case there's some of y'all that's still missing the average show, I told you a few weeks ago.
Oh, we got Mance Warner and Stephanie Warner.
From Bucksport, Tennessee, weighing in at 220 pounds, Mance Warner.
This entire evening, Raywall, I've been thinking of the phrase "the show must go on," and that's exactly what we're doing here at TNA Wrestling. But I have to say this: this is absolute bullshit. That Trick Williams
He's good.
doesn't even bother to
I'm not
appear
surprised.
here
I
live
know,
for an hour.
I hate to say it, but Santana did say, what's Brooks Denson doing here? Any relation?
I get it. Nobody.
No, but he said he came here for that.
Entire organization is happy about what happened.
I mean, yeah, it was okay.
World that we have.
I mean, it made sense for him just because he's a self-promoter, so it helps TNA.
Inappropriate thing to say on broadcast television, just given this entire situation. Look, this championship, our TNA World Championship, is in the hands of.
But yeah, he said he came to TNA because he knew there was an opportunity to get to WWE.
Partnership between these two companies, but that title represents the best of what TNA has to offer. Like Kurt Angle, AJ Styles.
An opportunity on NXT next week with Mike Santana. But right now,
So I would assume they're going to make an announcement that he has to wrestle
To your point,
at Against All Odds. At least I would hope so.
Coming Tuesday night on NXT. Our main event later on tonight, we're going to get to see what a TNA champion looks like. Steve Macklin attempting to defend his TNA International Championship against Matt Cardona. And Steph DeLander and Mance Warner have made it very clear their focus on the TNA International Championship ever since the tournament that introduced the title.
That is absolutely true. Mance Warner had his eyes closed on that infamous dog collar match, that violent dog collar match. I mean, Mance Warner's been on the record as saying the most pain you've ever felt in your life.
You don't see many of these matches anymore.
So he is
I think we seen one last week too. I kind of like them.
Off the ropes, giving it a clothesline by Mance Warner. Warner's been in complete control of this match.
absolutely. He's just having fun inflicting this violence now. He's enjoying putting this pain onto this.
Because it's how you get someone over.
Just about done. Here we go. Line it up.
Oh, another big strike from Warner.
Not done yet, though.
And Warner's not finished. Time to hit the pay window. Cover. The Manson era has just begun.
Here is your winner, Mance Warner.
showing you just a modicum of what he's capable of. And what anybody who stands in his and Steph DeLander's way are subject to.
Welcome to the Mensa DeLandra.
So we got 7 people in here. Welcome. Subscribe, like the video, and what's the other one? Hit the bell, and you can be notified when we go live.
Steve Macklin, Matt Cardona, we are watching you. But my man, Nance Warner, when he hits that pay window, that brand new TNA International Championship, that's coming home with my Southern Psycho.
I think Deanna regrets leaving. Uh-oh.
DeLander and Warner making it
Oh,
very clear.
I thought it was Callahan or something.
Dead set on the TNA International title.
Still to come tonight, Macklin and Cardona.
I thought maybe they would have made them tag team.
Right now, we'll cycle back to what happened this past weekend on the countdown to Under Siege.
Now, hustling back and forth over.
Oh, DDT by Brookside.
I like this too.
Rid of the belt.
You know what? This storyline is very similar. Dan would understand this. I don't know how many people watch Evolve. But it reminds me a lot of Kylie Ray and Wendy Chu.
Fire Brookside's been tempted in the past by weapons introduced by Rosemary. Zaya, you don't have to do this. Zaya, think about this.
Zaya looking for a chance, but yes! That's it!
Zaya Brookside has gone haywire, attacking Rosemary.
She's been pushed too far. Look at this now. Wrapping the buckle around her knuckles. Just unleashing on Rosemary here. John.
We've got to get control of this situation. Now the security can't control Zaya Brookside. We have never seen Zaya like this.
Was Rosemary right all along?
Zaya Brookside, finally. You had it in you. All it took was a little, well, maybe a big push. A little bit more than we thought. We were getting a little worried. Admittedly, your willpower is a little stronger than your average human, isn't it?
Oh, wow, 9 people. Holy crap. Thank you.
The darkness is too sweet. The shadow too tantalizing. And now you're ready. The soul must be prepared before it meets the darkness. And there's one last step. Are you ready? Are you ready to fill your soul with darkness, emptiness, and fully be
I don't know if the
absorbed
real
by
or
the
bots
full-
on YouTube. I don't know.
One last dance. At the lost.
A hell of a challenge put out there by
Well, I'm trying to upload something every day to YouTube.
To take things to the next level. The TNA International
Lately, it's been
Championship
Red
is on the
Dead.
line in our main event. Also still to come this evening, a special Elegance brand product reveal. But coming up next, father and daughter.
Well, this should be
Santino
fun.
Marella and NXT's Ariana Grace look to take out Robert Stone and Tessa Blanchard on Impact.
I would love to see him to go back to his old gimmick. I just want to see him and Cardona cross paths. Robert, Stone, and Cardona. Because they basically both had the same gimmick at one time. I thought Robbie was booked way better than Zack Ryder. Hardcastle, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Pull up a chair, sit down. And make sure I sub to you. Well, now I do.
Yesterday, the TNA World Tag Team Champions Nick and Ryan Nemeth had the opportunity to throw out dual ceremonial first pitches in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Arizona Diamondbacks hosted the Pittsburgh Pirates. TNA Wrestling will be live for Against All Odds in the greater Phoenix, Arizona area on Friday, June 6th, and on Saturday, June 7th. Join us for TNA Impact on the campus of Arizona State University. Get your tickets now via TNAWrestling.com. We are back here on TNA Impact for a very special tag team matchup.
Following tag team matches scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, the team of Miss NXT, Ariana Grace, and the Director of Authority, Santino.
And we got Jimmy Corderas as the referee. That's pretty cool.
This is incredible. History to be made, but will it be spoiled?
Has he ever refereed for another company besides WWE?
Robert Stone's got quite the entourage with him nowadays, and
He really is looking like Robbie E.
Alicia Edwards. What's she doing out here?
Hey! So I got some good news,
He even busted out the old gear.
and I got some bad news. The bad news is that due to a severe case of TMJ, because of that devil woman, Ariana Grace, unfortunately, Tessa Blanchard cannot compete. However, her very suitable replacement is Victoria Crawford.
Why not just call yourself Victoria
The
Fox?
good news is,
Oh, I guess that name might be taken. Never mind. Oh, it's Vivica A. Fox. Never mind.
and there are 3 rules. Rule number 1,
10 minutes.
I like that.
Rule number 2, because there is no way I trust that sleazy slimeball Jimmy Corderas. I have assigned a very special enforcer to take his place just in case something were to happen to him. And
Oh,
that
she's
is
the referee.
Alicia Edwards.
Alicia was checked earlier on tonight from ringside in the systems match.
Oh, she's back now. And of course, last but not certainly least, rule number 3. The Cobra is officially banned.
Oh, he banned the Cobra.
And Santino, listen to my words. If you decide to whip that reptile out, I'll officially take over your job. Wow. The sheriff has spoken.
It is beyond me how Stone has any authority whatsoever in this company.
They're saying whip it out.
Corderas is our special guest referee. He was a guest of ours at Under Siege. Has been one of the more recognizable referees in the history of this business. 20 plus years in WWE. He's a lifelong friend of Santino Morales. He wanted to have this opportunity to referee this matchup for father and daughter. It's a special moment.
Guy gets the fixes in. So good on Robert Stone for bringing someone like Alicia in here to even the odds. A personal family friend of one of the wrestling teams. Are you kidding me? Collusion.
I don't think that was the intent for Jimmy Corderas. I mean, heard from him earlier.
I think it's cool to see him back.
Santino Morales never had an opportunity to tag with his own daughter, Ariana Grace.
And that's very special. That's very emotional. It's beautiful. But again, trying to stack the deck with your family friend is the official. Come on. He's a son of a
You might be the most over person in TNA right now.
He doesn't have a match on NXT television in a little over a year, and he hasn't had a match here in TNA Wrestling in 8 years. You remember Robbie E?
Oh, yeah. And look at him, though. Look at the shape he's in. He's in probably the best shape of his life. He can probably take anybody down.
Immediately tags out Victoria Crawford fighting in the stead of Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard is on the official TNA injury report as presented by Bioflex with TNJ, which is pain and compromised movement of the jaw joint and the surrounding muscles. Ariana Grace smacks Tessa Blanchard at Under Siege, so thanks to Ariana Grace.
Very physical matchup here. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of that with Ariana Grace here.
I don't know if he's still here.
Now, whoa! Ariana Grace backing off Crawford now as Robbie. Excuse me, I almost fell back in old habits. You brought it up. Robert Stone, the sheriff. Gotta remember that. Sign of respect. In here to go one-on-one with Ariana Grace herself.
Somehow his tan has gotten worse over time.
Better was the word you were looking for. Deeper, more robust.
Of all the people we could have gotten from WWE, we couldn't get Zema Ion back here, DJZ, but we got Robert Stone.
This is Zema Ion.
On the outside, Jimmy Corderas on the right, and Jonathan Blanchard from ringside.
Look, she can barely speak. She's in agonizing pain. Of course she has a little bit of more revenge here.
She can pick up Robert Stone's matching fur jacket, they can get out of here. Inside the ring, Gracie trying to pin Crawford in a kick out. How much do you think those fake fur coats cost?
Fake? Are you kidding me? I don't know what they're talking about. That's endangered nature. The thing is those coats are.
That's horrendous.
You know how much it goes for on the black market?
That's absolutely awful. That's a crime.
Well, it's a lot though, Phil.
It's a crime. Sure. Ariana Grace, who put up a hell of a
She's one of the most over baby faces in TNA, and on NXT she's a heel.
Suplex.
No doubt about it. Again, a very physical matchup, obviously resulting in that injury to Tessa Blanchard. She's got to bring it in the ring here, though. Robert's still trying to serve a distraction here.
Ever shut up. Oh, wait a minute. Victoria Crawford attacking Grace. The distraction created by Stone.
You may not like it, but it's effective.
Cover. Shoulders down and a kick out by Grace.
And now Victoria Crawford has the window to just completely control this matchup.
And this is a very special night for the Morale family here in the greater Toronto area. Santino, of course, growing up in Mississauga. His family is here tonight. His son, Marco, his daughter, Melina, his wife, Anna, his parents, Frank and Pat. Remember, Rebellion 2023, that was the first time that Santino's son, Marco, got to see Santino wrestle in person right here in Toronto.
Of course, as you said, very emotional, very important night for them as a family. But here's the thing, Santino, he's got to focus on people like Robert Stone.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got to be careful. The Cobra is banned, apparently, for Robert Stone. Meanwhile, Victoria Crawford is torturing Ariana Grace in the center of the ring.
There is nowhere for the liaison to go.
There's a cover, shoulders down and a kick out. Remember the 10-minute time limit draw for Robert Stone. I know he hasn't had a match in a while. How bad is his cardio? And a kick out there by Grace.
He's a physical specimen, Tom.
Oh, tonight
Like I said before, I wish they'd bring Time Limit Wrestling back.
In the greater Phoenix area for Against All Odds live on TNA Plus with a special start time of 10 p.m. Eastern. The following night, TNA presents Impact on June 7th on the campus of
So June 20th or July 20th, Slammiversary in New York.
University, and then Sunday, July 20th, we live on pay-per-view.
Like, I would keep Frick champion until Slammiversary at least.
You can get tickets for all these events right now at TNAWrestling.com.
Ariana Grace has a huge window of opportunity to get the tag to her father, to Santino, and she gets it!
Santino. Oh my God. Santino, who is in regular competition of professional wrestling, continues to hone his craft at his own Battle Arts Academy right here in the GTA. Off of the top, Grace takes care of Crawford. Cross body. Oh, wait a minute. I think that was Robert Stone who pulled Jimmy Corderas, the referee, out of the ring.
Wait, but Stone is trying to blame Santino for it. I didn't get a good look, to be fair.
Now that was Santino pulled Corderas out of the ring.
Because he's clearly enraged here tonight.
Oh, come on. Stone shoving Corderas and then Amarilla sent into the steel steps.
Stone is vicious tonight.
So is Ariana Grace. This one's for
Yeah, and I hope he loses it on a TNA show.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thank
Look at
God.
this. Here comes a special enforcer, Alicia Edwards. The X kick by Victoria Crawford.
Here
And
we go.
Robert Stone is going to claim the glory and get the pinfall. This is your shame.
Here are your winners, the team of Victoria Crawford and Robert Stone.
There was a lot of chaos at the end of this, which happens in wrestling.
Oh,
Thank God
stop.
we had Alicia Edwards here as that enforcer to pick up the slack.
They're eventually going to have to do a match.
An absolute travesty tonight on TNA Impact. All right, now we're on a
For, like, control of TNA.
Round 2 matchup that went down this past weekend at Under Siege. The referee's checking on JDC.
Wait, that's Ron Power, the councilman here.
The Franklin City Councilor Ron Power getting involved, trying to disarm the system, and now Jake Palmassing Singh, the head of the Brampton Board of Trade. Who do they think they are?
Wait a second, wait.
Oh my God!
So are we going to get Moose and Eric Young for the X Division title now? That could be good.
TNA wrestling. I've won world championships.
You ever been X
tag
champion?
championships, global championships, even X Division
Oh.
championships. And what's ironic about the whole thing? And Under Siege, I pinned the X Division champion. I've held that belt twice. You know what's better than 2? 3. Sweat.
You know what you remind me of, EY? Mad Dog scratching for one last bone. And that Under Siege, you pinned me. Well, that was pure luck. And I don't care that all of Canada loves you. Because we all know that Canadians are stupid. Ain't that right, JDC?
Everybody knows Canada's just America's ugly top hat, but be careful with this guy. He's got a little wild inside. A little weird, you know what I'm saying?
I got it. You might be a legend.
Hardcast, there you go.
But don't forget.
Yeah, I did too. I remember that back when it was on Discovery or whatever.
World Championship.
What was it? Destination X or whatever? Or Destination America?
For the TNA X Division Championship. So talk to Santino. Make that match happen next week, and I'll see you there.
X Division Championship. They should do it against all odds. What's this about? The fuck was that? I know, right?
Tonight in our main event, Matt Cardona challenges Steve Macklin for the TNA International Championship. But coming up next, it's a special Elegance brand product reveal.
That was weird. I know, right? I hate that he's champion. It's not really a podcast. It's a TV show that airs on, or used to air on Access. Unless he actually does have a podcast about music. I don't know about it. But I know he had a show on Eric Young had a show on Access TV where he would have people come in and pick their like top 5 albums. Yeah, I think that was on there. Maybe it is a music podcast. I don't know. I can look it up. Okay, it does say it's available on Apple Podcasts, Vinyl Obsessions. But it's also a show. Because it's also on it's on TNA Plus. You can watch it on there too. I think if they're not going to move anytime soon, they should just put Access TV up on here. Yeah, Vinyl Obsessions. VINL. VINLY. VINYL. There you go.
NXT's Trick Williams won't bother to show up here tonight in our main event. TNA
Oh, it says it's 2 seasons.
Champion Steve Maclin defense against Matt Cardona.
Unfortunately, I have to begin with some horrible news. Something terrible, heart-wrenching, and I know you're going to be sad. But due to unfair circumstances and her match earlier tonight, the Queen herself, Miss Ash, will not be part of this beautiful moment. However, we will continue because this is a beautiful moment. And it is the evolution of class, prestige, and beauty. But before we begin, please welcome one half of the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the stunning Miss Heather by Elegance.
Well, it is an absolute heart-wrenching shame that Ash by Elegance was treated so poorly earlier tonight that she cannot be here. But we are so happy to see the other member of the Elegance brand carrying the banner as a tag team champion here as part of this historic. I'm excited to see what this is, this launch.
And now the moment every single one have been waiting for. I know you're excited, so stand up, everybody. Show some respect. Grab your cell phones and your cameras and get ready for the embodiment of stunning beauty personified. Formerly Maggie Lee, the new rejuvenated. Get ready. I present to you M by Elegance.
M by Elegance.
Oh my God!
Look at those beautiful legs! Look at that gorgeous face! Look at the hair, the makeup, the jewelry, the outfit! This is the personification of gorgeousness! This is what you should strive to see pride and
Oh, okay.
and violence! You know what? I think it's time for a toast!
So is she the new product?
It's time for a celebration. So, to Elegance!
Indeed!
We have some guests.
Uninvited guests?
Harley Hudson.
Oh, yep. The new tag team.
Tonight. The newest knockouts.
Here's the date. My name is Myla Grace. And this is Harley Hudson. Earlier today,
Harley looks like a star. So does Miley, or Mila.
talking about what it means to us to be the newest knockouts here in TNA. But
That's another tag match.
we were so proud to have the spotlight to share our stories. And you snatched it from us. So
we are going to do the same. But we understand that respect has got to be earned. And in order to earn that respect, cheers me, we need to make an impact.
You classless knaves! Who are these two think they are that you showed up here? Fresh up the street!
I'll see if it's still on here after we finish. Because it was on here under. It was actually on the TNA
I'll
app.
tell you what, they are the switch kick in the teeth. This is absolutely ridiculous. The debut, the hard launch of M by Elegance absolutely ruined
They just put a picture over champagne. You can see it.
Sets an example for the
Here we go. The match I've been waiting
world
for.
champion, Trick Williams. These three letters just mean more. Steve Maclin defends his TNA International title against Matt Cardona next.
The match I've been waiting to watch. Here's time commercial. Let me know when it's back on. Let's see if I can find Vinyl Obsessions. I don't know which one. I watched most of them. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes. It says they have Dave and Bobby Bones, Sebastian Bach, Melissa Joan Hart, and someone. Debbie Gibson is on one of them too. Yeah, they have a few of the episodes. They have the episodes on YouTube as well. And it's in video form. Oh, is it? I didn't see that. Pretty good turnout tonight. I appreciate everyone coming in. Now we're on to the main event.
For the first time since losing the TNA World Championship, we will hear from the global phenomenon, Joe Henry. In Knockout Section, Heather and M.I. Elliott clash with Harley Hudson and Myla Grace. Plus, Zaya Brookside takes a step into the world of the Demon Assassin when she takes on Rosemary and Monsters Ball.
Oh!
Eric Young captured the X Division Championship when he goes one-on-one with Moose of the System. And TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Nemesis and Frankie Kazarian, battle Matt Hardy, Leon Slater, and the realist Mike Santana. It's an all-new episode of TNA.
That's a big impact next week. We got a Monsters Ball match.
A hell of a night of action next week on Impact. I can't wait to see Myla Grace and Harley Hudson.
Yeah, respect is earned. Meanwhile, we're still looking forward to Against All Odds. 1 week away from tomorrow in the greater Phoenix area, Tempe, Arizona. It'll be live on TNA Plus with a special start time of 10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, shit.
Notice coming Tuesday night live on NXT.
I don't do that late.
Santana will challenge Trick Williams for the TNA World Championship. It's made official. Whoever walks out of
So they're coming on after SmackDown.
will defend the title against Elijah at Against All Odds. Also, by virtue of her victory earlier on tonight, Langley has earned a Knockouts World title shot against Masha Slamovich. Also, earlier on tonight, the Rascals won a 4-way matchup to become the #1 contenders to the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Nemets. They will collide for the titles at Against All Odds. Also, earlier on this week on social media, Frankie Kazarian condemned Joe Hendry for his loss at WWE.
Because they're in a different time zone.
This is
Yes,
on
I
him,
figured
and
they
it's
were.
on all the fans who believed in him. So it's been made official. Joe Hendry will go one-on-one with Frankie Kazarian at Against All Odds. Well, right now it's time for our main event with the TNA International Championship on the line. Let's take a look at the headlines. Remember, 3 weeks ago, Macklin defended the title in a vicious and bloody dog collar match against Eric Young. 2 weeks ago, Matt Cardona became the #1 contender to the championship by winning a 4-way matchup. Macklin was medically cleared.
So I can watch SmackDown and still watch Against All Odds.
In the aforementioned dog collar match.
No, I can't. It goes off at 11. Damn it. I keep thinking it's going off at 10.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA International Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, the complete Matt Cardona.
2 weeks ago here on Impact, Matt Cardona won a 4-way matchup to become the #1 contender
I don't know.
to the TNA
Good question.
International Championship. It was the week prior Cardona had joined you and I on
Well, apparently not next week because he's already wrestling.
Macklin and Eric Young for said championship that night. Cardona was even taken aback by the violence.
Well, I think they have to get Cardona on these next set of tape, or not Cardona, a Trick on the next set of tapings.
But he also saw a man get wounded. A wound that maybe Cardona can exploit here tonight with the title on the line.
That is fitting tonight. We will see a championship matchup in our main event.
I felt what you said after your defense against Eric Young. You bled for this country. We are messed up out here. You fight for them, but most importantly, you fight for all of us. Do this.
See, they should have had that at Battleground. Stuff like that for Hendry. They should have had TNA wrestlers backstage talking to Joe.
He is the TNA International Champion, Bulletproof Steve Macklin.
I mean, it makes a good story. Now you're having a locker room of wrestlers trying to win the world title back.
Really sick that the TNA World Championship is in the hands of a wrestler who does not.
Now, to me, it would be a big waste if Santana came back and he wins the title Tuesday. To me, that'd be a big waste.
But we cap off this night with our main event. That is a true champion. That is a true TNA champion in Steve Macklin, who is attempting to set the bar as the inaugural TNA International Champion. And he has done so, winning the tournament that culminated at Unbreakable, showing what he is willing to do to defend the title in a bloody
Who's that? Oh, Dreamer?
title against Matt Cardona, just like Trick Williams, only cares about himself.
He can go.
Talking to Matt Cardona earlier today, he said he's
Oh, no, you mean Cardona. That's right. Okay.
for the international title, beautiful purple strap. If he wins the gold here tonight, already redecorating in his mind.
First time ever these two have gone one-on-one. Plenty of similar roads traveled, very familiar with each other in and out of the ring. Blistering tap there by Macklin in the early proceedings.
Both men who are no stranger to
See, this right now is becoming my favorite title.
both started one place totally
And Macklin's honestly becoming my favorite wrestler in TNA. He probably is right now.
Couple two count there on Cardona. Wasn't too long ago, Matt Cardona was challenging Joe Hendry for the TNA World Championship on a live episode of Impact back in January. Consistently focused on goal, no matter where he goes.
How about that? Oh!
A stud by
But if he doesn't wrestle Trick, that is, on Against All Odds, then I would be okay with him wrestling a Worlds Collide with the TNA title.
Be careful, he doesn't re-injure that skull. Look out!
elbow drop off of the apron.
Now, what if they had Joe win it back at Worlds Collide?
And went head first into the steel steps just now, courtesy of Matt Cardona.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Smart move is brutal.
To me, I would still think it's a waste.
Now with some more dangerous design.
Oh, God. Oh,
No, that'd be funny.
And a back body drop. It's Macklin and Cardona for the TNA International Championship.
I don't know. I guess it'd be okay if he lost it to a TNA guy at Worlds Collide. But I would rather get some mileage out of Trick Williams, maybe coming to TNA for a few more weeks and wrestling. But yeah, next Thursday looks like a good show. What's up, Tony? Been pretty good. We got a big show next week. We're in the main event right now.
Using the shove right around the throat of referee Daniel Spencer, warning Cardona.
That's showing you what Cardona is willing to do here. Grinding now against the jaw and the skull of Macklin.
Looks like a cover attempt there at first, but it's the one you were just making. It's Cardona picking apart Macklin, going after that point and where he suffered the skull fracture.
So far, Trick won't show up unless he gets first class tickets in the first class hotel room.
Neckbreaker. And Cardona is in full control of this championship matchup.
And again, a rude awakening center of the ring.
Cardona here. Standing on his own. Living up to the name. Living up to being the complete.
Oh! A third neck breaker isn't enough to win the title. Kicked out by Macklin.
You can't say that Cardona didn't come in here with a plan. He sure as hell did and is executing pretty damn well, but Macklin proven to be as tough as he always claims to be. Twisting, tearing, you can't laser focus on the head, the skull, the neck. Not letting Macklin do anything without pinning him back and attacking that area.
Cardona just taking his time, trying to wear down Steve Macklin. He knows about that relentless motor the champion has. Trying to wear out the champion.
Macklin gets going, it's hard to stop.
On a night when the reigning TNA World Champion, NXT's Trick Williams, couldn't even be bothered to show up here on Impact, it is fitting that our main event represents what a true champion is all about in TNA wrestling. The TNA International Champion, Bulletproof Steve Macklin.
Do you guys remember the original plan for Guevara to win the X Division title and then refused to come back to TNA? Well, then he didn't want to do it. Maybe they do something like that with Trick. And then they create a new world champion. And then you end up having a champion versus champion match. I mean, we'll see if they go that route, but that'll be interesting.
Count of 7, both men have a count of 10 to get back up to their feet so the match can continue. They do. Cardona there to beat Macklin. Remember, it was 3 weeks ago in a dog collar match that Steve Macklin defended the title against Eric Young and also suffered a minor skull fracture in the process. He has recovered. He was negligent earlier on this week. But he's still feeling the effects, and Matt Cardona is targeting the skull throughout this match.
Every chance he gets, and it's a wide strategy, but Macklin coming alive here.
Oh, back elbow there by Macklin.
I'm not going after the skull. Macklin repaying the favor.
Oh, a big slam, then on the ring. Macklin who captured the TNA World Championship right here in the greater Toronto area back in Rebellion 2023.
Oh, Tony, I don't know if you're still here. Rumor wondered when did Deonna Purrazzo sign with AEW?
When he gets physical, he gets physical.
Just brute force, and he knows Matt Cardona does not want to get into that type of slugfest with him. Case in point, the distance Cardona's trying to create between himself and Macklin.
Two very different strategies.
So if he's not still here, I'll talk to him about it tomorrow.
Kick out there by Macklin. And tackle the skull, trying to affect the breathing of the champion. They like her out as a very shrewd and intelligent approach. Matt Cardona. Got it. Cardona going up to the top turnbuckle. Macklin there to intercept and
So anyone in here, I'll mention it here to people too. Apparently, I noticed it on her Twitter account. It was pinned to her Twitter. Or pinned. January 2025. I think it said.
Beautifully executed by Macklin there. But Cardona with the shoulder up just in time. Macklin who heads to the top.
Oh no, it was 2024. It was a year ago. Never mind. You're right. It was 2024, not 5. Okay.
Macklin went high. Cardona
So she's been there a
brought it
year
down low.
and basically done nothing.
Think about the skull fracture.
I hope she didn't sign a long-term contract.
And trust me, I've been in the ring with Cardona. That you get all of that boot and then some. And he's not done yet.
Once again, how much more can the champion take? These are unprotected shots to a previously injured part of the body.
Because I bet she already regrets it.
Might be the charm for Cardona.
Oh, and for another one, Macklin caught it. Look at the eyes of Macklin.
Macklin incensed.
Cardona praying for his life. Transfers. Oh, second knee.
Macklin exploding here. But it's not done yet.
Sure, headbutt. The fracture be damned. Cover and a kick out by Cardona. I've known Macklin a long time. I knew he had a thick skull, but he's proven it tonight. You can see where the scar is on his forehead from the dog collar match a few weeks ago.
Macklin not letting any of that phase him to his credit. Living up to his credo of front toward enemy.
Cardona trying to create some space. Title can only change hands via pinfall or submission in the ring. Oh, and a low blow created by the middle.
Is Cardona going to win the title?
Oh, look at this.
He's using Chelsea's move.
Will be enough to win the title. Oh,
He just used Chelsea's move on him.
And the frustration building. And the mind of Cardona here.
Chelsea's better.
Cardona's got to figure out what he's got to do himself to put this away. And Matt, I know you're frustrated, but that's only going to get you DQ'd there.
we've seen Cardona go for these tactics in the past, grabbing the championship belt. Referee Daniel Spencer taking away the belt.
You got to do what you got to do. Wait.
Macklin was going for KIA. Whoa. Nearly right into the referee.
Radio silence. Could there be a new champion?
Do we have a new champion?
Nope, his eyes are open.
Hot damn, I know Macklin was tough, but kicking out of radio silence. Now what?
Now Cardona going up to the top turnbuckle.
Is he going for it off the top?
Caught in the air. Powerbomb by Macklin.
Tag him and bag him.
Hanging Cardona up.
Cardona gets caught in the
That was a little weird. All this excessive.
middle of the ring. KIA. Planted. Macklin shuts down Cardona.
Here is your winner and still the TNA International Champion, Steve Macklin.
This has been a pivotal night in the history of TNA wrestling. The TNA World Championship is in the hands of a WWE contract.
Yeah, they just cut it right off. Jeez. Hey Dan, you're watching. Are you still here? You watching on Access TV? Did they just restart it? Yeah, they did. I think. Now it restarted.
Here is your winner
of a WWE contracted wrestler in Trick Williams, who doesn't even have the respect to show up to Impact tonight. This is what a TNA champion looks like. The fight that's coming for Trick Williams on behalf of TNA Wrestling is as real as it gets.
Yeah, I know it's pretty good. Next week looks really good. Now they got the right. Oh, now they got the right
Hey, I
outro.
came here to handle my business with Agent. And you all probably think I got a lot to say about Trick. But I figured I'd just show you this Tuesday at NXT. That title is coming back home where it belongs. To TNA.
So they obviously cut that promo at NXT. Now that they had a mess up because it cut it off, then it restarted. That was weird. So Dan, are you still here? How did that end for you? Did it end the correct way? That was strange. But all right, folks, I appreciate you all stopping by tonight. What a great turnout. Thank you. New subs. I mean, I appreciate it. I guess this is our new spot. But thank you all for joining me. Yeah, they had Santana just come walk out and say, I'm bringing back the title to TNA. Yeah. But all right, thanks, everyone. I appreciate you all for jumping over here with me. Had a pretty good turnout. And have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow for SmackDown.